Good morning, folks. We're real early up in the studio, but the fact of the matter is that we have a very urgent message. Now, the fact of the matter is that Kay Presley, there's the video of her getting beat up. Now things have escalated. She's going to tell you about some of it. She took her psych ward. They took her son. Now they're threatening her. The police have actually started to engage some type of what are they doing? They're arresting him and they're trying to put federal charges on him. The guy has no ever been arrested in his life. Now all of a sudden, right now, they're trying to cook out of this case. They're trying to turn right to protect some not-for-profits. They're getting death threats. They are afraid for their lives. This may be their very last words and testimony that you hear from them. Any moment they could go. People, they're dealing with real gangsters. They have undergone physical violence. Yeah, they need to be heard. This may be the last time they speak. They are starting to they are begging for help, and people are not helping. They're not responding. The fact of the matter is, this is urgent. So I'm gonna let them speak right now. This may be their last words about. They're gonna point the finger who possibly is trying to kill them, right? Yeah, and what's going on in their case. Go ahead.
Yeah, so right now we're dealing with a bunch of corruption right now with the NYPD. We met with a group of individuals from the NYPD, including the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, that was on the phone and on October the 13th, 2023. They stated that they were going to make an arrest of these individuals named Kristen Holden and Korey Hightower, and also Christine Jordan, which is Kristen Holden's mother. Nothing was done. The following week, we called the police. I was on the phone with Sergeant Sandy Espinal of the 33rd Precinct about 30 to 45 minutes before we saw these criminals outside. He told us to call police, and whenever we saw them, when we ended up seeing them 30 minutes later, the police came. They did not look at our evidence. Instead, they arrested us, lied on us, and said that we had weapons in our hands, which we did not. We only had we were working inside our apartment. We had tools, me and my brother, and we just unfortunately stepped out and saw them, called the police like the police told us to the week before, and they ended up arresting us. They didn't take any evidence from us, none of that. And they gave the individual who assaulted me, my mother, and burglarized our apartment, Mr. Kristen Holden, an order of protection. Now, get this, the entire time, we did not know these people's names. The police refused to give us their names, and they acted as if they didn't know who they were. We didn't find out what this individual's full name was, Mr. Kristen Holden, until the night of, the following day, 10/19/2023, October the 19th, when we were dismissed and were given an order of protection in which the police wrongfully took out on his behalf. Right now, we were on the phone earlier yesterday. My mother was on the phone with Sergeant Sandy Espinal, who was in the meeting on October the 13th. He's attempted to now turn this case around and blame the victims as the individuals who are the perpetrators, and these persons here who have felony assaults on them, grand larceny cases. He's lied and stated that they no longer have those cases on them anymore. He's deleted it seems as if someone inside the precinct has deleted those police reports from October the 29th, 2020, when I was assaulted by Kristen Holden and Christine Jordan, when my mother was assaulted September the 8th, 2023, by Kristen Holden, and also he came and burglarized our apartment on September the 19th. Shortly after the police came and falsely arrested us, October the 18th, 2023, Kristen Holden and Korey Hightower are seen on camera with a baseball bat coming upstairs looking for my mother, looking for an attempt to commit harm, and burglarized our apartment. We have it all on video.
They've already spent. You have the picture. I know you had the flyers
after the police left.
Yeah. I know you had the flyers of the guy with the baseball bat. I'm going to try to find that
That's
right now.
Kristen Holden, the son of Christine Jordan.
Do you have the flyer? Can you show that on the screen? Do you have the picture of the guy with the baseball bat?
Do you want me to do a screen share?
No, you if you can, but do you have? I don't have. I have to figure that out. I haven't figured that out. Do you have the picture? I remember you took those flyers to this community board meeting, right?
Yes. Give me a second. Give me a second, and
maybe I have on paper. I don't have the. I would have to figure out the screen share. I'm doing so.
No, I got it right here. Let me show you. I got you right here. Watch this.
I don't know how to screen share.
On I got it. It's gonna make me do it. You don't have to.
Oh, cool. Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
All right.
So while he's getting that up, I just want to mention to my audience that multiple rounds of people have been coming in and threatening them, There's pictures of baseball bats. There's another guy screaming at him, right, calling him a bum, and then he says there's a gun in your pocket. These people are afraid for their lives. So the thing, and there's been multiple people. So if someone does come out and do whatever to you, right, yeah, and you go suddenly missing, who should we look for, right? Is it Espiat? Is it
Espinal, Sergeant Sandy Espinal,
who we got to look at?
33rd Precinct, Sergeant Sandy Espinal of the 33rd Precinct. Also, Deputy Inspector Brian Natale.
How do we spell that? Can you put that in the? I don't know if you. Yeah, how do we spell that?
Bryan, Brian D. Natale, Natale.
I'm sorry, I did not get the Espinal part. Brian what?
Brian Bryan, Natale, Natale.
Okay, Brian Natale. I got.
I'm sharing my screen right now.
Okay, I'm showing the Brian Natale on my screen. I don't know if you see that right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I added this to the stage. Okay. I did not know I could do that.
This is him right here. Do you see the video?
Yeah, I see a baseball bat in his hand. That's not
him
right.
There with the baseball bat.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah. Who wants to see a guy in their fucking door with I'm sorry.
This was 2 hours.
Yeah.
This was literally about an hour and a half to 2 hours after we had called the police on him. He was seen on camera earlier today before we called the police on him at 5:30 on October the 18th, burglarizing our property with a pair of chain cutters. We called the police. Police did not make any arrests. This is Korey Hightower of Street Corner Resources. He approached my mother and stated that he is the nephew of the CEO of Street Corner Resources here in New York City, Aisha Sekou. Look up Aisha Sekou. Let me look that up for you right now.
Wait, something happened to the screen. Okay, if you
I got it. Don't worry.
I re-added to the screen. Okay, so now that's Korey Hightower. I recognize him from the other videos. Maybe
correct.
Okay, so the thing is that also I think
that this is it right here. This is it.
I think the two things that I think that are
he is a violence interpreter.
Is that things had already been violent for these people when that Korey Hightower was involved and this Christine Jordan. Things had already gotten violent. But now that Aisha Cruz is like somehow getting involved, somehow the violence has turned up. And the thing is that you tell me that you're getting now the threats level has gone up since she got involved. Right. Is that correct? Yes. Maybe we should go and talk to Aisha ourselves. Maybe she can make this go away. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, we should talk to her. Absolutely.
We're talking to Al Sharpton.
We're talking to Al Sharpton this morning.
We're talking to Reverend Sharpton this morning. He's already aware, but I don't know if they protect him by not giving him the information. So this morning we're going to speak with him and we are going to hand it. We don't have a lot of time when he
as a leader. As a community leader,
as members, we are members for years.
You can put on their NYPD Captain Brian Natale. Apologies, sorry about that.
Oh, we are going. They are already aware, but they have not done anything much or anything at all. We need to let Reverend Sharpton know, Al Sharpton, as members of National Action Network.
We'll see if that helps.
We'll see. We're just going to put it out there. We don't know what he'll do or what his staff or, unless you're a dead body, nobody comes. And I'm not dying.
We recently got rid of Derek Perkinson. We could go into the weeds right now. Look, I'm in my own wars right now. I'm so sorry to say. Yeah.
I'm
from
just
Cornell West, right? Yeah, to who had to leave the Green Party and with work that I'm involved in, leaving the People's Party, things like that, right? The reason why I'm begging on the train, right? Yeah, because they've locked me out and blackballed me in all the progressive worlds, PSL, DSA, they all locked me out. So now I'm forced to beg. I'm in my own wars, fighting for my own justice. So just to make this real short, right? Yeah, you are in fear for your lives. Yes, I'm not really ready to have a long discussion about your case, right? I'm so sorry. But
no, we're not going to make it long.
I need to fight my own war. So right now, I'm going to tell you guys that right now, that these people are in fear for their lives. They go into Al Sharpton, you heard it today. They might not help. There's a whole backstory. I could talk about Derek Perkins. I talk about the new person. I'm not going to get into it. That's a whole nother half an hour. I don't have that kind of time. I just
the FBI needs
the fact of the matter that, right? People ain't helping me. Are they going to help you? I don't know.
They're going to help all of us. We want to thank you always for being the first on the scene, and you always. But I just want you to put it out there that the FBI needs to be involved. Washington, D.C. This is not for the local police. They're the ones that are helping to terrorize us and attempting to arrest myself and my son and possibly kill us.
And they're working with the medical system.
Yes,
right? Yes, they are.
Saying, we want to make we're going to defund the cops and have and have this mental health. And what happened to this lady is they tried to put her in mental ward, but just an hour before she had undergone a gas attack, they saw her at the hospital. She was fine. Then an hour later, the cops came back with the mental health workers and tried to have her committed. But they couldn't because she had on the record, right? Yeah, that they had just seen her and everything was fine.
They illegally took her to the hospital without her consent.
Yeah, increasing the mental health. What they're doing is they're taking the dissidents and they're silencing them. This, in a way, this is becoming a political prisoner situation, right? Yeah. The thing is that because once you offend someone in the establishment, right? Yeah, this is some. I'm not saying all communism has to be bad, but this is some commie type stuff, right? Yeah, where you pissed off someone it's too much power. It's not even, I would say, like monarchy or some kind of like oligarchy, right? They call it. I'm not against communism on the theory, but as in terms of the practice, you see what happens with people getting like, if you mess with someone in our party, then you're going to go down, right? Yeah. Why are things escalating when Aisha is involved and I got to take my time and help these people out, right? Yeah. When I'm involved in my own war. Yeah. Because you know what? I know that these people aren't going to get help because I didn't get help.
Aisha's nephew blocked the staircase. There's an order of protection against the criminal. And what this criminal did was block the only stairs coming up and down, waiting to initiate contact. When I would
investigate Kristen Jordan too, because things had gotten violent before Aisha Cruz. So I know she's a hot name right there. I know that's the name that people know. Look her up too. Look up Korey Hightower, her niece. Definitely a suspect, right? He's got a lot to gain. He's personally implicated in these things, and honestly may feel emotional resources, take some kind of retaliatory action, right? Yeah. Look up this Brian Natali, right? Can you spell that Espinat thing? That Espinat, that you said, you said there was that other guy. Yeah, who's the captain? That guy that you were trying to get at?
Well,
how do we spell that?
Sergeant Sandy Espinal, who has
I would spell Espinal.
Like I sent it to you.
What did he tell you?
And when I was locked up, I was interviewed by Mr. Sandy not interviewed by him, but by another detective.
Sandy Espinal, like that?
Yes, sir. I sent it in the private chat. It's when I was interviewed, I came out and I was handcuffed, and I explained in the interview that we saw these individuals. We were told by Sandy Espinal, the sergeant, to call the police when we saw them. I was actually on the phone with him about 30 to 45 minutes before I called the police, but they arrested us. When I came out of the interview room, he was there. I didn't know he was going to be there that night. And he started blaming and attacking me viciously, saying, you are the hardest victim we've ever had to get evidence from. It took us 3 years to get evidence from you. You never submitted it on a thumb drive. I said, they've never asked me to submit any evidence on a thumb drive. They just asked me to email everything. You know, I have it on YouTube links. I've emailed everything over like they've asked us to. We have evidence of them asking us to send it over via email. He's told us, and we believe he's not telling the truth, that they cannot get evidence via email. It has to be via thumb drive. That is not true. He told me that he was just very accusatory of me. So, you know, it's very clear now when my mother called him yesterday on the 10th of November about following up, just following up with the case. He's tried to say there's been a turn in the case. A turn in the case for what? We did absolutely nothing wrong. We laid hands on no one. We simply saw these individuals, called the police, and that was it. But we have 3.5 years worth of evidence of them breaking people's locks without warrants, assaulting individuals, harassing individuals. They've assaulted me, my mother. They've assaulted other people in the building. Breaking and entering is burglary. We have 2 grand larceny reports out. He broke into the apartment 2F downstairs, a legally blind tenant that's downstairs. There's so much that's going on. He sexually harassed my mother. And they decide to try and throw all of that out and make a statement that there is some sort of a
assault. They're trying to turn assault charges on my.
They're trying to say that I assaulted this individual. I never laid hands on him. But regardless of whatever crime they're claiming I committed, these are 2 separate cases. They should have prosecuted this man a long time ago. Why are you prosecuting me when there are 2 felony assault cases out on Christian Holden and Korey and Christine Jordan for assaulting me and my mother? but yet you're not interviewing them. You're not going after them. You're now coming after us.
Lineup.
Sergeant, he said that he was going to call me in for a lineup. Mr. Sergeant Espinal of the 33rd Precinct, NYPD 33rd Precinct. He said he was going to call him in for a lineup. But regardless of that, that's not needed. It's not needed. If you see someone and you have evidence that they committed a crime, you show them the video like they did with us. They claim that we did something to them. There should have been an arrest. If anything, both of us should have been arrested. That's not the case that took place.
So today and tomorrow, you're going to El Shaddai, you may be going to ABC 7. I think you're going tomorrow to ABC 7 at 2 p.m.
We're going to try and go today and then also tomorrow. We're going to do it 2 days in a row.
How can people contact you if they want
we
to?
Fear for our lives, man.
Do you have access to the comments? I don't know. But,
now
for your contact information
at gmail.com. Justice now 474 at gmail.com. We need attorneys to help out. Civil rights attorneys, please. Somebody help. You know,
I'll be very careful about those attorneys. Okay, just from my experience. Okay, Justice now 474 at gmail.com.
Ben Crump could have helped us long ago. I reached out to him.
Yeah, we actually met with him just a couple of days ago, a couple of days before this arrest.
Yeah,
about a day or two before the arrest took place. We met with him, I think, October the 15th or the 16th. Ben Crump. We he was at the Trumpet Awards.
Yeah.
The Trumpet
Awards. What I see happening to y'all is very, very disturbing. I'm so sorry about what you're going through.
Yeah.
Your case definitely needs more attention and definitely needs to be looked into. Yeah.
We fear for our lives from the police.
Yeah, we fear for our lives from the police. We think they're gonna try and pull something on us and get us hurt. We fear for our lives. Please.
It's heartbreaking, but I know what it's like to be under stress. You're up in the morning late. I think you started texting me at 4. I was up actually doing actually in the middle of my own war, but I am really.
And
I feel for you. Yeah, you're
that's
really
using their own camera
frantic
to know.
To stalk the tenants up here on the third floor.
They have a tenant on the 3rd floor now who's working with them, and we're putting it out there that is using her camera to tell them our every move, because since their camera is no longer up, they have used a 3rd floor tenant, and she knows the color of the clothes we wear. She knows what time so she's communicating with all of them. How could they know when we are coming and going? They're strategically placed there to initiate contact with my sons and myself when there's an order of protection, protecting them, the criminals. So why would he sit? We only have one way in and one way out. Here he is blocking the steps that we have to go into, coming and going. It was late last night.
That was
after
Korey
11.
Hightower of Street Corner Resources.
Yeah, blocking.
To initiate
I got it. Okay, so look, I gotta go, but thank you so much. We may be getting back together. God bless, and this may be the last phone testament. Anything can happen at any time. They've already been under attack. They've broken in the home. You see the baseball bats. Hopefully they're trying to get them to do all kinds of
all my religious stuff is, and my cultural stuff has been torn down. This is what they would do to the Jews and call anti-Semitism. What do they call it when it happens to black people? It's racism. If I was a different race, they wouldn't have done it. See, all my stuff on the door was torn up and torn down. Okay, I feel like I was raped.
That's Kristen Holden right there.
Raped me of everything I've had. I have nothing left.
That's
all this
Korey
thing on my
Hightower.
door. You see the things on my door, my religious uncle.
They kicked their way in with the baseball bat, looking for my mother.
Trash can,
and with an intent to commit harm.
Everything was torn up.
He was looking for her. This was right after we were falsely arrested. He went right back. He was so emboldened that after the police left, you go back up to someone's apartment with a baseball bat looking to commit harm against someone.
If I was in the
some people think that's being gangster. You know what I mean?
The police. It's clear collaboration with the police. It's clear collaboration with the 33rd Precinct. It is clear collaboration. Sergeant Espinal has enabled Christian Holden and Korey Hightower to come back and do this.
We could go down another rabbit hole. There's other things going with Espinal. Right? Yeah, there's a whole nother rabbit hole down there.
Yeah, he has a lot of criminal charges. He has a lot of things against him. He's a corrupt officer. If you look him up, he targets Black and Hispanic males.
Yeah,
and right now he has an open case against him. We don't want him on our case.
Yes.
We don't want a criminal.
We don't want a criminal investigating another criminal. Right.
He's a criminal, and we know it.
I tried to look that up, but I actually ran into this other story about 3 former police officers and former assistant district attorney arrested in connection with gun license bribery scheme. It's so dirty. The assistant DAs, all this other thing, the DA to the police, and There's corruption at so many levels. There's corruption in the FBI too. I'm sorry to say, right?
I know.
What I was told was the state level, the state and the city level corruption is at one level. The federal corruption is at another level. You know what I mean? So if you think it's bad here, you go to the FBI for help, you might be facing even worse. Who knows? But
no matter.
You're just not.
There's a God above all.
There's a God above us all. I just want to end with
that. You're not running that level of money with the FBI.
Yeshua is above all of that.
Jehovah God is above all of us. And let me tell you something. No, ain't nobody bigger than God. He rode thunder and he flashed lightning, and all of us got to move. So if they think they're bigger than God, they come up against God, because that's who is before us. That's who is before us, all of us, and behind all of us. And may God bless you for the work you do. The work you do. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
God bless. Yeah, I know what it's like to be in fear for your life. It shouldn't be that way. And I'm so sorry. I know Kate for a long time. She was there on your behalf at the exoneration when what was the name?
Central Park 5.
Terrence Floyd, I think, was there. You know what I mean? You were there begging for help.
And it's crazy because I just met Yusuf. When he run the primaries. He just won his main election, for the Harlem district. And it's,
I've spoken to him.
We've spoken to him on multiple occasions. Very good people, man. I'm very good friends with Korey Hightower. It's crazy because me and Korey met. I'm sorry, Korey Wise of the Central Park 5.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, what?
Korey
Wise
of the Central Park 5. I met him a few years ago. Me and him have the same exact name.
Yeah.
Spelled the same way. And I didn't even know who he was at first. I was like, wow, your name's Korey. How do you spell that? And he told me it was spelled Korey. And I was like, oh my God, that's the same way, I spelled my name. So come to find out, I get his background, in terms of what he went through and and it's crazy now that another Korey and myself is going through the same false accusations. So I'm just trying my best to, fight this. You know what I mean?
We might see him this morning.
We might see him this morning at NAN.
Because he went through it and they went through it and they were exonerated. I believe that if this goes out, we would all be exonerated.
We will all be exonerated. Absolutely.
Part of the way that you can help me in my word, just so you know, is to show how we are actually, I'm emailing your story, right? Yeah, to PSL, to DSA, to RevComs, to all these groups that say they're about helping, right? Yeah.
Black Lives Matter.
They're part of a not-for-profit industrial complex, right? Yeah. That deliberately did not help Reverend Keith Gadsden, is not helping these people, and they will not help me either, right? Yeah. And let us show a pattern of behavior so we can stop letting these millionaires take all the money and leave me out in the streets begging so they can monopolize the activist movement, right? Yeah, they're out there holding a sign for Palestine, right? Yeah, they don't give a crap about the people in their own neighborhoods.
Exactly. There's issues going on right now in their own neighborhood, and they care nothing about it.
You hit the nail on the head.
I'm with you. They only care about the dead. We talk about this stuff behind the scenes. They only Jordan Neely. I'm a Subway performer because of them, and they're out there crying for Jordan Neely. Oh my God, I want to choke him. Yeah, I want to choke him to death. I swear to God, they making me fucking. Oh my God, yeah. But you are in fear for your lives. Yeah, I'm going down fighting too. I got multiple broken bones in my face. I don't know if you can see the scar on my nose. I'll show it to you. Yeah, they took a wooden thing and smashed in my face. When I go like this, my eyes come apart because they broke the suborbital bone in my eye. You know what I mean? Yeah. I got broken bones in my face because they beat me too, man. They beat me too. They beat me too. Yeah, they took away my dignity. I don't get, help me to show their monopolization. Yeah, and to show how they are actually leaving us as victims. Not only you, 32 years wrongfully incarcerated. A letter from the DA's office saying that Nolan Farrell should they used wrong evidence against him, and he was in prison for over a decade. And even now, all of us cannot get justice. There's more. Carmen Belcher. I could name so many names out here of people that are waiting for justice, held up by the bullshit system, not-for-profit industrial complex, making Korey rich, Korey Hightower rich, making Aisha rich, $5 million, you said, for their organization. And then what have they done with the money? They say
we don't know how much exactly they have received.
And now they're running the little real estate schemes. Fuck them.
Right.
Go ahead. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Right
now. I'm going to come home Sunday, 2 o'clock. We're going to ABC 7. Where is that again?
We're going today, and also what's it called? We're going today, and also tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be out there hitting. Right. Yeah. Today, weekend is a power day. Sometimes honestly, I'm so emotionally messed up. I can't even go out there. I can't even go out there. I stayed at home all messed up because of things that they put me through.
I did the same thing yesterday. I couldn't
even word up.
Couldn't even go out there. I couldn't even face the world. It's like the world was raging in on me. I just stayed.
I don't know if you guys can see that.
Plus, you got people ready to jump your ass out there. Yo, you got to keep dealing with. Yo, it's crazy. Yeah, look at this. Look at this right here. Yeah, come on.
The door in
this is absurd.
I was assaulted, and instead of them investigating the assault of Christian Holder on me, he's trying now to turn this over. Where my son,
he's trying to turn it away from Christian Holden, but we have to turn it right back or against him.
You can't fix overseas if you don't fix home. That's a fact. Yeah, you can't fix overseas if you can't fix home.
Exactly.
That's right.
All the way they
stop messing around overseas and pay attention to what's going on.
Exactly. They in Ukraine. They're in everywhere except here. And we got people right here like yourself, myself, Keith Gaskins, Anton Adults, a lot of people out here who are being battered, bruised, brutalized, and killed.
We're going to assemble an army of people that have been left behind by the not-for-profits, PSL. Fuck them, DSA, fuck them. They're not helping us. And if you show up, I'm ready to talk with y'all. But y'all still not. You can show up tomorrow. Any one of y'all, Vocal New York, fucking National Action Network, right? They actually gave me a little bit of spot, and I want to give them props. Show up tomorrow, please. Yeah, it doesn't even have to be Al Sharpton, right? That would be great. But
ABC right there at Lincoln Center. ABC Lincoln Center.
ABC Lincoln Center. Okay, I'm gonna be there. And
2 p.m.
ABC 7. We showing up. Yeah, there's other people. We even Keith Gadsden, other people that have been wronged. There's a Mark Cross, right? He's another guy who's been wrongfully. He's in prison now. I have not been able to get to his case because of the poverty and because people like yourself. I have
to. Trying to stay free. They're trying to lock us all up so that we don't have a voice.
All righty.
Thank you so much.
We thank you so much. We're gonna.
I'm so sorry. You
go ahead and head out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. My own stress, but I know you guys are dealing with what you guys are dealing with is insane. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
No need to apologize. It's not your fault.
This may be their last testament right here. Pay attention, folks. Yeah. These people are in fear for their lives. They've been beat down. My man right here has been taken to prison, and now the cops are threatening him and trying to escalate stuff on him. They're trying to put him away. They might even
protect us, protect my sons and all the sons. And DJ Elf is my son. I consider you my son. You are my son. You are. We bleed red. When we bleed, we all bleed red. This is my son. I've taken him under my wings, man. We all bleed. We bleed red. I feel this pain that this man has suffered. That who knows if they're not going to try to blackball us because we come out against him. But let me tell you something. We ain't worried about that. We're not worried. We just want to be free and have our freedom to speak and help others. May our freedom free others and give others the courage that have had the same experience as DJ L7 and us to come on out and speak, because that's the only way the power will be given back to us.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's all power. That's all it is. Yeah.
Power.
God bless you. Okay.
God bless.
I'll get you later today, I guess. I'll stop by for a little, but I got to go hit today. Yeah. I'll stop by for a little bit though.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless. Thank you.